Greetings to all of you. My name is Richard Wing, and this is what we call 3 Good Minutes, a time for us to pause and think about some of the more important things in life. Right now, I've been thinking a lot about the fact that we are a heavily distracted society, and we are going to have to find new ways of being and communicating with each other. Maybe one of the first things that's really good is the kids coming into the classroom now have to put their phones up on the shelf. They put them in the little slots. Might be a start, a little. It was Blaise Pascal, many years ago, who said that the problem of the human family is that a person cannot sit alone quietly in a room for more than 20 minutes. It's very interesting that he said that clear back then. So they might have been fighting some of that distraction even 400 years ago. I was at a clergy retreat a week ago, and it was a gathering of ministers, and we had very short gatherings, a little bit of worship, communion. And then, what is normally not done in a 3-day retreat is they opened up time for hours, for 3 days. Sure, it can be a nap, it can be reading this book, it can be playing a game, it can be anything that you want. And the clergy there, who have found in the past that you come together for 3 days and you do the same kind of busy stuff that you're always doing. But we gave it up, and it became the most fascinating and popular kind of retreat there can be. You see, what I was taught in seminary, and I'm going way back, in the late 60s, there was a man, he was the dean of the seminary, who went off to discover what computers are going to be doing in the future. And he came back and said, you know, the Library of Congress will be on a phone line. You'll be able to get every page from the Library of Congress by putting a dime in a machine that will then print it out, things like that. It was kind of this rough stuff, and none of this stuff was around, no personal computers. And so he said, as we look at this, all the computers out there in the future are going to be doing things that we normally have to spend time doing, turning our heat on and off and all kinds of things. It's going to be doing it. So what I'm saying to you, this dean said, in the future, the people you serve in the church will have extra time by the hours on their hands. And what you're going to need to do is figure out how to help them occupy that time with the things that are important to the life of Jesus. So all I can tell you is this. Sometimes we make predictions and they miss a little bit. I can't believe that it was missed that far. And in fact, the people in the churches that I've been serving for over 50 years are struggling to find one moment to breathe on their own and restore their souls. There was a woman at this conference with ministers who came to me, and indeed, we talked about computers saving us time. And she said this terrible fact. You know, technology is neither good or evil. You know, it can be a servant, it can be a master, okay? So it's neutral and morally neutral. But she said that all of our technology has not given us one more hour of extra time. Not one. Something for us to think about. I hope that you will have some place for that quiet moment to restore your soul. Remember, the language of God is silence, and we can never get enough of it in the presence of God. I'm Richard Wing. This is 3 Good Minutes, wishing you the very best.